All right, everyone, it is our final segment this morning. We're talking wine in grocery stores. With us talking about it is Robert Eichert. He's president and CEO of the Tennessee Grocers and Convenience Store Association. You're excited about it?
Oh, yeah, very.
Yeah, I mean, this is a long time coming, and for a lot of consumers, you all know that it's coming July 1st is when you'll be able to start. You've probably already seen it walking through the grocery stores. A lot of those that I just named as we went to the break that many of us shop at have them all set up, ready. They're already stocked. It's not just there. It's stocked and ready.
And it would not have been had we not passed a law earlier this year to allow that to happen. The original law that passed in 2014 didn't allow licenses to be issued until July 1st, this Friday, and a wine wholesaler cannot sell wine to anybody except a license holder. So on the very day that the Tennessee consumers were expecting to be able to buy wine, the grocery stores were just going to be able to place orders and try to get it in the store. We passed a law.
Decided for a few weeks down the line. Yeah.
The General Assembly passed a law this year to allow for pre-stocking, and so that's why wine is already on the shelves.
Is it just off the top of my head? There's no limit on how many bottles you would be able to buy if you came in. If you found a case of your favorite that you didn't see a lot, you could buy your whole case, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, there's not a 2-bottle minimum when you buy something or anything along those lines.
That's right.
As you think to July 1st here, anything that you're anticipating that could be a snafu or a problem at any level that might get in the way of people buying their first bottle? Anything? I just, what could go wrong?
Certainly there may be bumps in the road. Maybe an inexperienced clerk who's not exactly 100% sure. But I really think that the training's been excellent. I think that the grocers of Tennessee are drawing from a lot of experience in other states and are really careful to make sure that they do this exactly right by the letter of the law and to the satisfaction of their customers. We're also, the big bump in the road that we thought we would see is that with the licensing requirements that are so extensive, we were afraid that the Tennessee Alcoholic Beverage Commission might have a hard time issuing all the licenses, going through all the paperwork and bureaucratic procedures that they have to follow to get this done. And we've been pleasantly surprised at how quickly and efficiently they've been able to issue licenses. So real hats off to the
license be posted somewhere that you can see it. I don't know. Do they put something like that up there?
I don't know the answer to that.
I know it's a problem in grocery stores everywhere. Shoplifting. All right, and I guess wine will become a target as well. I mean, you think about be it a youngster or an adult, sticking a 6-pack under your jacket. Yeah, you could maybe take one of the tall boys and stick it under your jacket and try to get out of there. But a bottle of wine, I just wonder in terms of that, will there be any extra added security features or any more than you would at any grocery store to try to catch shoplifters?
Well, I think that. Of course, there's experience in other states that again grocery stores can draw on, and they probably already know all the tricks to prevent that.
I mean, shoplifting can happen with any product or anywhere, but I'm just saying I could see wine being something that certain shoplifters, especially underage shoplifters, frankly, that there's wine now in the grocery stores, because where they may not have been as likely to go in and try, obviously because they're younger, to go into a liquor store. Well, they could be in a grocery store picking up a bag of chips, but then all of a sudden there's a little bit of a stronger liquor or alcohol content drink in wine that they decide to try to steal.
They might, and I think that if that becomes a problem, that the grocers will absolutely have measures that they can take to prevent that, and they'll be on the lookout for that.
Like they do for any other thing. I just thought I'd mention that. It just occurred to me. Again, the variety, too. We talked about there would be champagne. You're going to have your bottles. The different bottle sizes, you were telling me, what was the big bottle? I didn't know what that meant.
A Jeroboam.
I don't know. Now, I know a Magnum, which is bigger than a normal bottle, but a Jeroboam.
Or a Nebuchadnezzar. I don't think you'll see these at your grocery store, but you might. I think that they're allowed to sell them.
The big bottles. You've sometimes seen those in liquor stores, the big, I don't know who the heck drinks one of those, but it'll be more the typical
I think it's 750 milliliters is the
Now,
standard size.
Sometimes they do in the liquor stores I've seen sell the smaller, almost 2-glass bottles of smaller wines.
Yeah,
Will that be there?
Yeah, and those little 6-packs of the little ones and box wines.
Okay, that's a good point too. Box wines will also be available as well.
Yes.
Different sizes of that box wines, and the variety, as we said, upper, lower, high end. It depends on what the wholesaler provides. But if the grocer wants to get Pinots from the Willamette Valley in Oregon,
yeah.
I mean, there's no limits.
Or a nice Argentinian Malbec, for example, might be on your grocery store shelves as well. Yeah, they can get anything that Tennessee's wholesalers offer.
And you're saying the costs, in general, unless they choose to mark them up higher one way or the other, will be on par with when we go to buy. If I go to buy a bottle of wine that I bought just last week at a liquor store, it probably will be similar in price, the same bottle.
I think that the grocers will do everything they can to be competitive in the market. So
now, you know how sometimes convenience stores, because of the nature of convenience, you pay for that. A markup on that same bottle of wine might be a little more, just as it is for beer in a convenience store, which they're entitled to mark it up beyond that 20% if they want. Yeah. But that's the competitive.
And nobody has to buy it.
No one has to buy it. But so consumer will not see a substantial change in price, be it lower or higher, from a liquor store to a grocery store when you start on July 1st.
No, I don't think so. I think that they'll see grocery store prices as being competitive with the rest of the market.
What are you anticipating on the first day?
Oh,
do you think do you think those shelves that we see right now that are full are going to start? I mean, people are just going to rush for the novelty of it initially.
I absolutely think the novelty factor is going to be in play, and I know I'm going to buy a bottle of wine on July 1st.
Not a Nebuchadnezzar?
No, if they have one, maybe. Well, I'm not sure. I might have to go to the bank first, but people are so excited about it, and I have seen people in the grocery stores taking pictures of the wine section and tweeting it out because they're so excited about this new convenience. It's really a very exciting time for our industry.
All right, we have this, and I think a lot of people satisfied at that. So I just want to look ahead to the future. Do you anticipate, with what will clearly arrive with opposition, the day coming when spirits will be sold in grocery stores?
Possibly.
I know that's not on the radar now. Is there a proposal to do so at this point, to your knowledge, from any lawmaker?
No, I have not. I've not seen anything.
And I don't know
like
if your lobbying arm has gone in that direction to this point, or thinking about it.
No. We have struggled for almost a decade now just to get wine on the shelves, and our whole effort was predicated on the notion that wine goes with food.
Exactly. I was about to say
that is why people wanted this and why we were ultimately successful. Some may argue that a nice cocktail before dinner goes with food well too, and if that movement takes legs somewhere down the road, then we'll see what happens. But we don't have any designs right now on that. We have more interest in perfecting the law that was passed in 2014 to make things even more convenient for consumers.
Yeah.
There are just little aspects we'd like to iron out.
We'll see that, and you'll learn when we see how this goes when it kicks in. But you're exactly right. I believe California is one of the states that has liquor and wine in the grocery stores. And I agree with what you say. I wouldn't have a problem, frankly, if liquor was sold in grocery stores here, but there is a difference. When I'm in California, I look and I see gin and rum and stuff like that. And I don't really have that with my meal, okay? But wine does go with food, and so it's to me it's just a natural connection. If you're going to have beer, a lot of people drink a glass of wine with food. A lot of people don't drink whiskey with their food. I know maybe some of you do.
Right.
I don't.
No.
Right, and so that would be something maybe long down. The question will be, which will become legal in Tennessee first? Spirits in grocery stores or marijuana legal in Tennessee? Neither of which I think is going to happen anytime soon.
No, well, we're certainly not proposing that. We're just happy to have wine.
And by the way, we talked, grocery stores already have cigarettes, cigars, things like cigars sometimes people like with wine. This has opened the door to allow it, obviously, in liquor stores, correct?
Yeah, liquor stores have been able to sell cigars since July 1st, 2014.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, 2014. And again, just a reminder, what will kick in again next year, July 1st, 2017, will allow the high-gravity beers, correct?
Yes.
Anything else kicking in next July that will be added to this?
No. No.
That'll be it. Well, what you really need to know is July 1st, I'm with you. I'll be out there.
Yeah.
saying, what's my first bottle of wine going to be from a grocery store? I have no idea. It'll be whatever I'm eating that night.
I'm thinking champagne.
Oh,
Yeah,
not a bad idea. And as you
celebrate.
said, they'll be selling it chilled as well.
Yeah.
Listen, you know what? I think we basically covered just about every aspect. I'm so glad you came on because a bunch of those questions I personally wanted to answer just because I wasn't sure where it came down. Robert.
Thank you for having me.
Thank
Nick.
you. Thank you.
Appreciate
And
it.
good luck with everything as things kick off on July 1st. All
Thank
right?
you, sir.
Take a break. Be back with a programming note about tomorrow right after this. Stay with us.